Get a lot of questions on optimization out of sample results. This strategy was developed in October 2017. SR CounterTrend 2 E-mini S&P at back test in 1997. The actual first trade though is in 1998. E-mini S&P has dated to 11/1/1997, but you see the first trade February the 3rd, 1998. You see two periods of time where there's extensive drawdowns here and here. And so I like getting in on drawdowns. Most of the time we live in a world right now where momentum is king. What have you done now? And so if you do that, you would get in typically at these high points right before a drawdown in trading systems. And most of the time it's best to find something that typically works well, and this does back to 1998. No guarantee that past performance is indicative of future results. But you get an opportunity to get in on this drawdown right here, SR CounterTrend 2 E-mini S&P, and it was developed right here. So oftentimes you develop a strategy and maybe you take some heat on the initial strategy, and then you can see how pretty much went parabolic up to September of 2020. Then we had a wild Q4 of 2020, and then it's kind of the momentum of that equity curve is stopped going down. And we'll see if there's a bounce here in this SR CounterTrend 2 E-mini S&P. It meets our minimum average trade profit of 54.29. Let's look at the annual periodical analysis. It typically is good to get in on a drawdown. This is without slippage and commission. I like to look at strategies both with and without slippage and commission. So I'm going to also update this and show you the latest with slippage and commission. And these are what real-world trading systems look like that are not optimized. If your strategy hasn't had a 5K drawdown, it probably eventually will. If you're talking about a futures trading system for a regular futures contract, not micros, but regular futures contracts, E-minis, or one of the others such as gold. I'm going to update the slippage and commission on this to show $25 round turn slippage and commission, and then show you the results. Here are the results with slippage and commission, and you've taken a look here. This is also worst case scenario. So we go in here and look at the properties for all, back testing. We're requiring it to fill the entire order when trade price exceeds limit price. This is the absolute worst case scenario. To do that and use $25 round turn slippage and commission. Typically in trading we cancel and replace our limits to the market to make sure that we're filled. So this is worst case scenario. You see this drawdown here and this drawdown here, and this is what a real world trading system looks like. And you're typically going to seek strategies that have equity curves like this because it has the least amount of pain. But the closest thing you can do in this situation is to create basic, well-developed strategies with some out-of-sample results. And this does have an out-of-sample result here. Going forward from this time forward, and combine those with strategies with other methodologies. And when you combine those methodologies, you'll reduce your drawdown. You'll have some diversity, and this is just one of the strategies in our portfolios. If you're looking to trade an individual strategy, I recommend starting in a drawdown versus a run-up. But in general, I recommend trading a strategy a portfolio of strategies that are in a slight drawdown. And if you're starting to trade an individual strategy, I would say trade a strategy that's in a slightly larger drawdown. If you're just going to trade one strategy, my strategies each have one basic methodology to them. I don't combine methodologies. I don't have 10 strategies in one trading system. I have one methodology and I track them separately. And that is where we get our portfolios. This is an out of sample ugly equity curve real world trading system with out of sample results since October of 2017.